It's August the 25th, 2007. Thursday. Oh, it keeps wanting to go off. Is that 281.0? It's hard to see in here with the light. It's quite light outside. 281.0. I can do it again. Stand up, see. Alright, 281.0. Yeah, it stands completely up, so I can't bend down to show it. But it says 281.0. There we have our final reading, guys. And it is August the 25th, 2011, on Friday. Friday. No, Thursday. I'll be right back. Good Thursday morning, guys. That reading was indeed 281. And the reason I stopped was to take a photo to match. So I had 3 solid readings of 281.0. Okay? I gotta go take my sugar and stuff. As you know and can tell, I just woke up. Alright, be back. Hey guys. Hello. It is Ctrygirl555 Tina. Sorry. I'm not with it this morning. My sugar is 5.3, which, a little low. It's better each morning when it's above 5.7. So, at that time you wake up a little groggy and it's visually hard to see, so that's why I was having trouble on the scale, but it did read 281.0, right? And now it's just time for me to give myself an injection. As you can see, I've already, if you have any questions about this, anything at all, just let me know. The injection's straightforward. Then you use this machine and you take and put on the end. I know you can't see this, but you just take and put on the end of it, and he'll snap. Now the needle is inside this, right? And you just put the little lid back on it, and there takes the full needle off, and then I'll take it into the big yellow hazard band. If I'm done with the carry band, I don't carry the big yellow hazard being with me around everywhere. That'd be quite crazy. Although I am crazy. My sugar read 5.3, as I said, so it'd take me a minute to come around this morning. If it were more towards 5.7 or 5.9 or 6.0, I'd be a little better. But not a bad reading as long as it's above 5 for me. Anything below 5, I'm just ridiculous. I am. I can't wake up and I'm shaky. I'm a little shaky now. And it's a real bad sugar diabetic feeling. And you want to rush and hurry and try to do things, and you're real clumsy. I've spilt 2 or 3 cups of coffee trying to get one in me. I just, quite a few things that I've done. I've got my bottle, my first bottle of water here. And I'll take my morning medications in a few. I wanted to show you what I bought at the thrift store yesterday. Now, I'll tell you a story before I show you. 2 years ago, my husband bought me an office chair, and he'd give over £100 for it. at Macros because I desperately needed one for my back. I was too fat. Sorry, I know we hate that word. I hate that word, and what am I supposed to say? It's the truth. I was too fat to fit in this chair, and I even sat in it at the time. I thought, oh, it's okay, because I was really used to being that large. And it's funny how when you get used to being a certain size, you get used to wearing certain clothes. You get used to wearing things that when you go into the shop, you automatically go straight for those size 32 clothes. You go straight for the 4 or 5 extra large, and you go for the bigger clothes. Now, I'm not the only one in this part of the world that's a large lady. I can get my clothes at a thrift store, and I have bought beautiful tops, size 28, 26, 30, 32, but I couldn't buy any pants. I would have to go to a shop called Asma. It was an Indian-run shop, and they used euros, but they would let us pay in pounds. They would always convert it, because of course I wouldn't know what a euro was if it hit me in the head. Well, anyways, you get used to, as you know, you get used to being that size and doing those things. Well, over there, as you can see, I have so many clothes, and most of those clothes this girl cannot wear. That's why some are packed neatly in the tubs, and some have spilled out onto here, right? I'm scared to give them away, first of all. I know that I'm never going to put the weight back on. And saying that, I know that in my heart, in my faith in God. But also, I've suffered tragedy, and things have happened in my life to put me in a position to where that has just happened, like when I fell and hurt my knee, like when I had a car wreck. Things that come at you from nowhere that you don't expect, which is everyday life, really, to cause things to happen like that. Okay? Don't want to go into this to make it extremely long, but I am going to tackle those clothes. I'm going to. And I am going to get the big shirts, all the big clothes, all the big pants, all the big jackets and everything out of there. Skirts, dresses, everything. And I'm going to put them in a bin, not a trash bin, a rubbish bin, a bin labeled and everything. They're all clean. Trust me, they're all clean. And I'm thinking about having a car boot sale myself to get back a little petrol money. How's that? Anyway, as I started out saying, my husband bought me an office chair 2 years ago. He gave over 100 pounds for it. If you know conversion, if you're in America, at that time the money was around half before this was before everything went downhill. So at the time, everything was half, so 50-50. So 100 pounds here would mean $200, okay, for an office chair that rocks, that swivels, that lets up and down, and that was solid leather. Right. I was too fat for the chair. I tried it for a while, but it was absolutely making my back devastating. It was no use for it. And I wanted a chair in this room so I can come in here and sit and do the little things that I do without sitting in the big easy boy and feel like I'm just vegging out. So yesterday, this is what I do. This is not the chair my hubby bought me, guys. As you can see, my bed's still all tumbled up. I put all the blankets close to the window so I don't feel any dry. But as you can see, nice leather swivel chair that rocks. And I fit in it perfectly. I have room on the sides. I can swivel around. And before I could not do that. I couldn't even move to one side. I could not cross my legs. As you can see, crisscross, half applesauce. And I can sit in this chair with absolute ease. Now, the story behind this chair. I went into the thrift shop where I have my Cameo. And for those who don't know, I set a goal for myself for 7 weeks. And through Weight Watchers, they set a goal for 7 weeks to lose a pound a week. Well, as you know, I've lost 18 pounds in 4 weeks. But my personal goal was 21 pounds. I told her I can lose 21 pounds in 7 weeks. So I seen this Cameo in this thrift shop. It is absolutely amazing. It's been appraised, and it is real, and it is about this big, and it is a pendant. It's not a ring. Well, I have always wanted a Cameo ring my whole life. So with an idea that I could get the jeweler across the street to put 2 of my rings, use the gold banding in 2 of my rings to make up enough width for that Cameo, to make that for me, I went ahead and had a talk with the charity shop owner. Get this. We wouldn't want everybody knowing this. She allowed me to pay 10 pounds down on it and pay by the week. It was quite a bit of money, and only half of what it appraised for, which was a lot. So in order for me to have it out in 7 weeks, right? Well, yesterday when I was in there, I wanted this chair, and she said, I'll tell you what, Michelle, as everyone around here calls me Michelle, you take the chair and you take it home today, because it's room we have no room to store it. You know, the Cameo in the little box is easy to store. I'll add it to your bill, and you still pay for the Cameo like you're doing on your on my goal for my goal present, right? So I'll still do that. I got 2 more weeks, guys. And then the other 2 weeks will pay for the chair. This 100-pound chair cost me 20 pounds, and it's absolutely amazing. It is indeed exactly like the one my husband bought me a year ago, which is upstairs. He sits in it now. I convinced him into getting rid of his little bitty chair that was horrible. It was no good for him at all. It was awful. I didn't want him sitting in it, and I convinced him to please get rid of it. It was just a little bitty tiny nothing, didn't have any back to it, and he was always crisscrossing his legs and this and that and the other, and not comfortable looking at all. And so this goes to show non-scale victory. If we persevere and try hard enough, that we can meet some of our goals or all of our goals. And I didn't even realize that getting into this chair was that important to me until I went into the shop, in the charity shop yesterday, seen it, knew it was exactly like the one my husband bought me, and sat down in it. And when I sat down in it, it felt like it just wrapped around me, like it owned me. And it was the most amazing non-scale victory to date. I had known yesterday morning that when I woke up, you know, I went to Weight Watchers, I had lost 8 pounds, and I was doing good, and I was still holding my own, and I had a really, really, really good chance of meeting this 21 pounds, and actually 7 weeks, as she said, but I said 6 weeks. I had a really good chance of meeting this goal, and I just felt really, really, really good. After that, I felt amazing. And it was like nobody could wipe the smile off my face. Nobody. It was just amazing. And after a good day of good food yesterday, good eating, vegetables, I had vegetable supper. You've seen what I had. I hope you've seen the pictures on Facebook. I had, maybe I hadn't uploaded the second part, but indeed I had a Mexican chicken, vegetable, like a stir fry. But to add more protein to it, I added the non-fat Philadelphia cream cheese, tablespoon of that, 2 tablespoons of that, and 2 slices of low-fat Beck's Light cheese, cream cheese. We don't get a lot of cream cheeses over here. Like at home you get Velveeta and things like that. We don't get that, and I never hardly eat that. But I bought this little package of Beck's Light cheese, and it is absolutely amazing on broccoli, to make smashed broccoli instead of smashed potatoes, or cauliflower. It's good, and each slice of cheese is 1 point, 1 pro point. So I had, in this dish, I had the baby corn. You know what I'm talking about? The baby corn is 0 points. I had the long, skinny green beans, and they are so good. And when you cook them like that, they're crunchy, and they taste delicious. I had, I'm sorry guys, you know what I'm eating, don't you? Coffee. I had button mushrooms sliced up. A whole onion was in this dish. The package of Mexican chicken, which is 3 pro points, and I've showed you that package of Mexican chicken has 18.9 grams. I think I have, or maybe I showed you the other one. I'll check it and see. 18.9 grams of protein. Okay, we have baby corn, button mushrooms, yellow onion, green beans, the skinny beans they're called, and Mexican chicken, fat-free Philly Light, and 2 slices of Beck's Light cream, like sliced cheese. And I put a little garlic salt in that because I, for some reason, forgot to buy garlic, or I bought it and took it to the caravan. That's probably where it's at. And I put cracked black pepper in it, so it was hot and spicy. When you put cracked black pepper in it with the Mexican chicken, it gives it that tang. And it absolutely took me an hour and a half to eat it. My husband, you've seen the plate in the videos that he had. He wanted sausages. Sausages cost me 3 points each, and I could not in no way at this point in the running, as I say, have sausages. I could not justify that in my head. So I cooked him 5 sausages. He ate 3 of those on a platter of beans with a box of his chips. All in all, he had 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 points with his meal. Right? I had 11. His was a lot more high in fat content and everything. He's not on Weight Watchers by no means, and that meal will not hurt him. But I think I will have showed you the pictures of him eating his meal compared to my little meal. And I have a plastic microwavable. You know how when you go to a Mexican restaurant, they serve you up a stir fry on the big black skillet, hot, steaming right in front of you? Well, I bought one of those little miniature skillets with a lid on it to keep the steam in. And it's only like 6 inches round. So if that looked large to you, trust me, it was not. It was not by any means. And I try to show the difference between things as best I can. I did that by putting it on my little dragon plate. That is like a little tiny plate. It is indeed either an 8 or a 10-inch plate. I'm not sure. I will measure that. But anyway, I wanted to just tell you about that. And I also had watermelon yesterday, and in this watermelon I decided to have a fruit summer salad. I cut up a nectarine, a green apple, a banana, and then I put 10 prunes, which is exactly 3 points, 50 grams, and I put my 30 grams of flaxseed, in which I measured on the scale to make sure. And I have been putting the exact right things in my cereal, but I didn't want cereal yesterday. No way, no how. So it was a different day for me. And I had a bacon butty for breakfast, which is 2 slices of lean bacon, no fat on it, on a roll, a white roll I had. And still I lost weight overnight. So if it don't come back to haunt me and kick me in the butt, I was fine yesterday. That was the only white carb that I had, was that roll. And they call them bacon butties. I had that for breakfast with a cup of coffee. I had to wait an hour after my dental appointment, and if I didn't tell you, my dentist is having a baby girl, so she's not going to be there for a while, and she's going to be on maternity leave, which is amazing. She's a wonderful, wonderful lady, and so I will be seeing her back in January, the day before my daddy's birthday. God rest his soul. I've enjoyed my little talk with you this morning. I hope I got out everything. I'm sorry, but I had difficulty at first with the video. It wasn't even registering on the Monokia. I had to turn it off and turn it back on. I know I look like a crazy woman. So crazy. But that's alright. We all good. And I don't have no coffee in hand to be sharing coffee talk with you guys. But I wanted to get this out because this is the only video part that I'm making today. The rest of the day will come in picture form and may be added later. I may just upload this the way it is. Note to date is August the 25th, 2011. I feel absolutely amazing. I'm coming around now since that injection. You can see me brighten up as you've seen me take this. I've brightened up a little bit more. I was really draggy when I got up. Sugar 5.3. Like I say, if it's around 5.7, 5.9, 5.9, then I feel a little bit better. But I want to thank all of my subscribers, everybody that is commenting, all the people who are going out of their way to support me and push me and help me move forward and onward. And I promise to tackle all these big clothes, guys. Some of you may even need clothes. I know the shipping would be outrageous, but 1 or 2 pieces at a time would not be bad on me. So if any of you out there need large clothes, please contact me. Let me know. I have some beautiful, beautiful, beautiful tops. Extremely beautiful. And a few dresses and things like that, skirts and all, that are just entirely too big for me. And don't mean any disrespect when I said fat chair. You know, fat me being in the chair. And I couldn't sit in it. But now I've had my legs crossed the whole time sitting here. No, you're not supposed to cross your legs because with a bad back. But honest to goodness, it relieves pressure off of my spine. When I cross my legs or pull them up or in. Would you like to see the plethora of medications that I'm on? We have all the blue boxes. This is my metformin. This metformin. That's my sugar. That's my Ventolin inhaler. This white box is the same as these. They just put it in it's white and yellow and green. This is the Lamprosol I take for my stomach. These, of course, are my needles for my injection. And this is my clonazepam, that one, and that one. As you can tell, I get 1 box a month, enough to take through the month. And because I slack off and don't take them, I'm over. As for the pain medication, there's that. See? So there's where I keep. And this, I've been wanting to show you, is the medication that I take for my IBS. This is disgusting. It does not work. The orange brand that I had before worked perfectly, and I don't know why they changed it from the white box, from the orange box to the white box. It makes no sense to me. I have no idea whatsoever at all, and I can't for the life of me think of why they would have changed it. So I'm going to be on to the doctor about that, and of course, you know, I take the Victozapine, and on Monday I need to call for my appointment. I've called twice, but no joy from that, and I have to wait till Monday because they're all booked up. And call, and but the reason you see so many boxes is because they give me a injection, Novafine 30 gram, and needle, those big needle boxes. They give me one every month, and I've actually several months said, leave these off please, because I've got plenty, and they still put them in my bag. But I take 5 metformin tablets a day, so that means they have to give me 5 boxes a month, because each one has 28 tablets in it, right? They count a month over here as 28 days. I've never figured it out. So then you've got a lot of months with 3 days missing. So therefore you don't have enough medication anyway. But if you run out of something and they know that you've been taking it for a long time, you can always go to the pharmacist and say, could you give me one? Allow me 1, 2, or 3 until I see my doctor. And they're very good about doing that. I've never had to do that. Mom has had to do that, but I've never had to do that. And so I'm going to shut up now because I'm just making a long video, aren't I? August the 25th, 2011, Thursday morning. I've got class tonight at 6:30. So, other than that, I've got a few things to do. One is to make my bed, open my window, do all those things in here. And if you notice the piling up of things over here, this is a collection of hats and shoes and things that I've cleaned out of the wardrobe and everything, trying to get everything organized. And I have done pretty good until it was time to go to the caravan. And then a halter came. I was halted. This is a blouse, a top, whoops, that I bought yesterday at the thrift shop. And it's pretty colors. And it has the straps to tie around your neck, but it is one that you wear, you know, with sleeveless, no shoulders. I bought that to wear outside, sitting around my table, so I could get some sun on my shoulders. And it's got the top built into it. See, I give £1 for it, guys. It's about, as my husband said, about $1.40. And I bought another pair of Nike shorts. I've not tried them on yet. I didn't try them on. I bought them for £1 as well, just on the outside rack, just to exercise in. Do not know if they fit. I just bought them with hopes that I could get them on my booty. That's how we roll. God bless you all. God bless you. God bless you. I'll pray for you in hopes that you'll pray for me. And I want you all to have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. And this is a holiday weekend for us over here, bank holiday. I think it's Whitsun. Look that up. Whitsun bank holiday. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I'm getting them. I will slowly get them. That's how we roll, guys. Keep it rolling. Keep the inches moving. Keep the weight going. Keep eating nutritionally wise, healthy, and putting good things in and fueling your body with good and healthy, wonderful things. Drink your water. I'm getting in from 7 to 8 to 9 bottles of water a day. And extra when I need it. I'm trying more and more and more. But that is how we roll. I gotta go. Ta-ta, ta-ta. That means bye for now. Gino. I absolutely adore Gino, the Italian cook. It's an amazing show. Watch him. Look at him. He's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. I know lust is a sin. But it's not quite lust. It's just enjoyment, guys. Gino is fabuloso. You know why I'm back? If you don't get Gino's cooking show, you might want to look it up on the internet. Do a YouTube scan for Gino. See? He's fabulous. Proper Italian cook. And he is a hoot. Okay, guys. This is why I'm back. I'm going to do a little bit of a catwalk without walking. I'm going to display my hats for you. Not all of them. A previous video from this one shows several hats that I had at the caravan. This collection I'm going to show you now is not all the hats that I have. There are bandanas and other hats that I do have in my bedroom. But I'm gonna try with the D50 camera and a tripod and setting up a shot so that you can see roughly all the hats that I have, because I've been promising you a video with all of my hats. I did say hats, bandanas, berets, boggins, and all of that, but I've pulled out mostly some caps, my fishing hats, my oldest hat, my number 3, which will always be my favorite. I've got them all lined up here, and just gonna set up the tripod and everything now and see how that goes. Okay, guys? Stay tuned to the catwalk of hats. That's how it rolls. Mwah. Okay, guys, I've prepared. Any color goes with black, so I put on black, right? So I'm prepared to do the hat catwalk, right? That'll be up next. Stay tuned. That's how we roll. Hey, guys. I know I'm supposed to be making a cat hat walk video right now, but I had to take a minute to come outside to de-stress. You know, sometimes people say things about people overweight and they don't even realize what they're saying. Nor how it hurts. Oh, I'm really happy. But things hit me sometimes when people say them, and especially if they don't even take the time to form their words. You know what I mean? They don't even... Hubby does that sometimes. He doesn't mean any harm. But I said, sitting straight up in my, the big lazy boy, my Italian leather recliner. Sitting straight up in it. And I noticed I had 5-6 inches on the side of me, you know? And I know that when Ozzy passed away, February of 2010, we bought that chair 2 weeks before he passed away. And we bought it for him in hopes that he was coming home from the hospital. So then I started sitting in the chair. And when I sat in the chair, I was so big, so fat, that my body and my belly and everything was coming up over both sides, either way. And now sitting straight up in the chair and crossing my legs, and I said, you know, with a smile, I turned and said, oh, I got 5-6 inches here on the side of the chair. Isn't that nice? And my husband said, without even thinking, he said, aren't you glad we bought that big fat chair for you? He didn't mean any harm, but those things hurt, don't they? I'll be alright in a minute. I just had to come out and get some fresh air. I think I didn't say anything back to him at all. I just looked at him like, with my face like, can't believe you said that. But he don't know, does he? He don't know how bad that hurts. You know, for him to say, aren't you glad we bought that big chair? Indeed, I was glad he bought the big chair. Because there's nowhere in the house that I could sit comfortable. Oh, we give like 400 and something pounds for this Italian leather black chair for Dad, in hopes he would come home from the hospital and it would recline all the way back so he could sleep downstairs and wouldn't have to go up. And Dad never got to sit in it. And so it's my chair. And I'm sorry it had to be such a big chair, but in the first place it was to be a big chair for Dad to have plenty of room. He only weighed like 15 stone. But, so he could have plenty of room to sleep and would have easy access to the bathroom and the loo, toilet, John, whatever, and all that. But, I was indeed glad to have a place to sit that would hold my fat body. But I've lost 6 stone now. And I've lost a lot of inches. And it is emotional. And it is a big change. And even though I really, in my heart, think my husband was joking, I do. It hit me a wrong way. And, hence the tears. My husband would never say anything to hurt me. He would never do anything to hurt me. But yes, he's got such a cocky attitude, and his wit is just dry wit, you know, and his personality, and he's just a cuckoo, and he's never been put into that position. where he's never been offended by anything, see? He's never ever been offended by anything. He's lived a life of total don't even know what you call it, security, secure in himself, secure in who he is, secure in what he is, secure in everything. And until he got sick 16 years ago, you know, he was working and doing all sorts of things, and he was, and still is, an amazing person. But he said that, and I took it to heart, see, and I shouldn't have. And that is the ugly of this good and bad and ugly thing when you're going through this journey. And I have to document this because I've got to learn that all things are not meant to be bad when said to you, even though you've grown up in a childhood where so many things were meant to hurt you. And you've grown up in a world where so many things were meant to really, really hurt you. And said out of anger and out of disgust and out of away in criticism through the whole world. Being obese, things are said to you that are really, really ugly. And I know my husband wouldn't say anything at all to hurt me. But I took it straight to heart when he said it, and I looked at him, and I didn't say anything. I just had to get up and come outside because I had my cry on, you know. So now I've talked it over with you, my friends, and I have no doubt in my mind that he'll apologize if he said anything that offended me or whatever. I have no doubt at all. I really thought today's video was going to be 30 minutes long. Clearly it's not. Okay. Let's try this again. We're going back for the cat in the hat. The cat in the hat. Okay, guys? I love you. Hey guys, I'm still in the garden. You know the rose that I was showing the other day? It's full bloom, and I just picked it for myself. It smells wonderful. It smells so good. Mom's just come out now saying, you know he didn't mean it. You know how well you've done. You know that he doesn't think about what he says and stuff. She always takes up for him, which is mothers do. But I knew, as I said, that he didn't mean it, and he didn't, and he was joking in a joking way, you know. And but people just don't realize how comments, how they do, and when raised in a family, in a situation where comments so derogatory towards you all the time creates low self-esteem, which my self-esteem and my uplifting and myself has raised leaps and bounds over the past 3 years. It's just grown immensely, and I am secure in myself, but there are still those times where things said really take it right to heart, don't you? No one can understand that but those of us that go through it. And let's take the time and smell the roses, guys. I absolutely beautiful. This was the one that was budding up there, and I've just cut it off, having this for myself. Alright guys, on with the rest of the show. I'll be back. Ta-da! That means bye. Mwah. Hey guys, it's Ctrygirl555. It is August the 25th, 2011, Thursday evening, 6:40. I have a 7 o'clock class, and I am on my way. And on my way with my protein in hand. Chicken wraps. All it is cost lettuce, 5 leaves of cost lettuce, 5 slices of 99% fat-free sliced chicken breast, and just a smidge of light Philadelphia cream cheese on the lettuce, and I'll just wrap it up. Normally I add cracked pepper, but I didn't want all that in my teeth going to this class. And of course I haven't had anything since breakfast, which was a banana, a little tangerine, and a red gala apple. Had a cup of coffee, and I have had 2, 3, 4, 5 bottles of water, and I have 2 bottles with me. Probably 20 minutes ago, I ate 2 pepperoni sticks, giving me 6 pro points, and 13 grams of protein. These 5 little chicken wraps give me 18.9 grams of protein for my workout. I've not been hungry all day. I'm eating because you're supposed to fuel your body, but I am not hungry. So the water's doing its job, making my skin nice and clear and clean and good. This video, I don't want it to go over an hour. I wanted it to only be 30 minutes this morning with the talk, and then I had a little minor episode that I shared with you, and now I wanted you to know that I am going to class. Everything's okay, and I did do the cat in the hat walk. And I hope you find that amusing. I had a ball doing it. I had an absolute ball. I did not even realize half the hats that I had, and still have umpteen more, guys. Umpteen more. Don't even know how many I have. So, we got quite a bit of traffic. I hope I've left myself time enough to get there. I'm already dressed for the gym. It is a gym class. It's not a circuit class tonight with Allison, and most of it will probably be on the elliptical and the bike and doing whatever she tells me to do. So, with that said, I'll see you in a bit. Alright? We're out, guys. Ta-da. Ta-da. That means bye. kilometers ridden in 21 minutes at a speed of 10. Heart rate 161. And I've burnt 130 calories. For quilting, Connie B. Connie, my first 35 minutes for you, girl. If you caught that, my heart rate was 163. I've almost gone 9 kilometers, still running 90 RPMs, and burnt 218 calories this far. I'm on level 4. I tried level 5 halfway and had to break it down back to level 4. So it's a killer. So indeed, I'm getting my sweat on. .6 calories. She brought me down to around 80 RPMs because my heart rate was at 90%, which means I was working way too hard. I've gone almost 12 kilometers distance and 52.15 minutes at level 4. My heart rate is still in between 161 and 164. There we go. 12 kilometers in distance, 310 calories, and I'm running on between 79 and 80, somewhere around in there, RPMs. This is a hard workout, guys. The level on it, the intensity is a lot more than I'm used to. So with the heart rate being at 90%, it's only supposed to be at 80%, as she's just told me. I need to back it off just a little because running 9 RPMs to 10 RPMs, which is what I'm doing, is got my heart rate too high, which is good for fat burning, but not good for my body. And I've noticed the last few times that I have done this for a complete hour, it's been the same. So this time I was inclined to check. And I was right to check because I need to be exactly around 80%. That's where I need to be. Can I have 6 minutes? Thank you very much. She said I could have 6 minutes. Alright, that's all I need. 5.5 now. Kilometers in distance, 338 calories, 80 RPMs, 57 minutes 40 seconds. How you get your sweat on. Get off your butt and on your feet. Do something for yourself. I mean that with all the love in the world and prayers. It's going to click over now at 60 minutes, guys. Ta-da! I am. I got 15 seconds, just 15 seconds.
Come on, man. Don't be afraid.
There she goes. That's my 60 minutes. It's my distance, almost 14 kilometers, 353 calories, and I'm off. That's how we roll, guys. That's how we roll. As you can see, guys, I'm soaked, drenched, drowned. I am soaked. Can you see? Wet spots soaked, drowned, soaked. My bottoms are soaked. The top is soaked. I'm soaked. all sweating off the inches. That's how we roll, guys. Who takes a Gucci bag to the gym with them? Oh, yeah. It would be the country girl. Oh, Lord have mercy. Look, after that workout, I can still walk down these steps. That's staggering to me, even though I wasn't staggering. Amazing, guys. As we can tell, it's getting dark. Stopped raining for the minute, but it was tipping down when I first endeavored to get here. Whew. Oh, I needed that breeze, trust me. And I'm in. Alright, guys, can you see me? Let's shed a little light on the subject. I don't know if you could hear me. I have no idea if you could hear me. But the workout went great. I just want to reiterate just a few things for a moment while I get my my ball bearings straight. Alright, car's out of gear. I can let it warm up a little. It is indeed, it is cold. The rain's cold. And a good gust of cold wind and air hit me when I came out. My clothes are soaked from top to bottom. Layered the shirts and the sports bra soaked. I will have to absolutely peel it off of me. But I don't want to go too far out of what I want to say. I've noticed the last 3 times that I've done my workout, I've kept my heart rate at 161 to 164. In my age bracket, I am 41 years old. I'm a 41-year-old woman. And my height, my weight, my age all figures in to what your heart rate is supposed to be in order to obtain massive, or let's say not massive, but intensive cardiovascular workout, optimized workout. My number is 144. The lower part of that number is 117. If you're doing a 117, you're doing a low impact, light cardio workout. If you're doing 144 and your heart rate is staying at 144 the whole entire time that you're working out, but for the first 3 minutes, and it takes me, trust me, only 2 minutes to get my heart rate up to 150. If you're staying at 144, then you are doing perfect, right on task, running 80% cardiovascular intensity workout. Right. I questioned it, so I asked Allison about it, because that's what she's there for. She's my trainer, and she's there for me to tell me and to give me advice. And she told me, after she figured it out on the calculator and everything, that I was running at 90%. Now 90% at my whole workout, but for the first 2 to 3 minutes, and then of course I have a 3-minute cool down. Now my cool down is not on the bike. I got 1 minute cool down. Excuse me. Woo, Lordy, don't eat no cost lettuce before you go work out. I'm telling you right now. Although I just burnt off those 5 pieces of chicken. Cost lettuce was that meal that you seen me eat was 20, 40, 60, 80, 103, 6, 9, 12, 115 calories, guys. 115 calories. I burned that off in the first, 12, 15 minutes. So I had, total workout was burning 354 calories. That's good for me. I went over 10,000 steps on my pedometer. That's great for me, because my pedometer's not been registering, because I yet again broke the clip, as you know. However, getting back to my 90% cardiovascular heart rate intensity, right? At 90% is too high, she said, for me. So she wanted me to back it down. Well, I know that I'm yelling and I'm in my car. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's just so loud in there with everything that is, I forget. I'm sorry. What a day, what a day. I had a great day, actually. In the middle of this video, you'll see me break down a little bit. If there's one of you out there that have not had one of these kind of breakdowns, please let me know. Please indeed let me know. But all in all was great. It wasn't nothing but my past rearing its demonic head again on the little devil on the shoulder, who always creeps up saying, Tina, 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 Tina. You know, and I knocked the bugger off and nipped that in the bud real quick. But because a major part of my life was ridiculed and all kinds of things, you know, people wouldn't walk beside me. I was called names. There's a lot of major issues there that I have been dealing with for these past 17 months and 25 days. And I know when these triggers go off, guys. You know what I'm talking about. And I have absolutely been dealing with them. Now, any other time, today when that hit me wrong, I would have went and eat. I did not do that. I went outside to cool off. I had my cool off and had a talk. Even though I was talking to this light that's beaming in my face, knowing that I'm talking to someone that's listening out there, someone who's actually in my shoes or has walking in a pair of shoes like mine and knows what I'm going through and what I've been through and what I will go through. That's who I'm talking to. My accountability community. You all know. I got past that. I did not eat. I overcome that. That was a non-scale victory. I need to recognize that right now. Non-scale victory for me today was something was said to me, I took out of context or I took to heart because it was said to me in not a pretty good way. And I took it straight to where it needed to be, to heart, right? I dealt with it in my heart, in my head, and in my mind fully. And I did not overeat. I did not go to food. I did not take emotional, drastic measures like I would have done in my past. So I have made leaps and bounds in progress. And back to my 90% cardio. I know y'all think I'm bipolar. Honestly, I'm not. But one thing sends me into another. And back to the 90%, she wanted me to back it down a little bit. So back down to 79 to 80 RPMs so that my heart rate would come down just a little bit to get it 80%, because she said I was working entirely too hard. And what I didn't know, that working entirely too hard can break down your muscles. They can break down your muscles, your tissue, and things like that, and you will be no better for the wear. You will be worse for the wear and tear on your body. Okay? This is the information that I learned, and as you see this video, I hope that's not too long, but I hope that you will realize what I'm talking about right now, as in the middle today when I'm standing outside and I'm crying and talking to you. I want you to know that I got through that emotional little debauchery and I come out okay. So that is a major, major, major non-scale victory with me. I have overcome so much stuff that you would not even believe. Those of you who walk beside me, walk around me, and walk in your own shoes, You know what I'm talking about, guys. You all know. Guys, girls, friends, neighbors, you all know. You all know. When we have those things, it could be a happy moment, it could be a sad moment, it could be a thriving moment, it could be a devastating moment, it could be any kind of an emotional anything said to you, done to you, around you, physically about you, that could trigger something in your mind that could send you into an emotional binge, an emotional overeating, ongoing massive food addiction attack. Some of you will get this, some of you won't. And those of you who do and comment, I love you to death. I love you to bits. I love you so much. That's how we roll, guys. I hope I made sense with all of that. That is indeed how we roll, and I am still rolling. I won't give up. I won't give up. I had 2 compliments from 2 guys in that gym tonight who've seen me work my butt off these past few weeks, and they could tell that I'd lost weight and could not believe that I lost almost 1.5 stones in 2 weeks. So from those 2 guys and all those other women in there who actually take the time to not even compliment, but recognize and take a moment to that's a blessing to me, to even just say, are you okay? You're looking great. Did you do well this week? How's your leg? Something simple that anyone can do is a blessing to you. And I hope that you guys know from the bottom of my heart that I appreciate every single one of you. Every single one of you. I love you to bits. God bless you all. I'll pray for you in hopes that you'll pray for me. And that's how we roll.